So we are coming to September 2nd, which if you've been keeping track as we've been talking about the journey in faith, September 2nd is when all of the information about what are potential models for the future of our parishes go live. They go live on the Journey in Faith website, which you can find linked to on our Facebook page, in the emails that we've been sending out, as well as on our website. And so it will be a lot of information to take in. It took me even a few days to process everything that I was seeing. So first, as we receive this information, I just want to encourage, take the time to process it. Look through the information, because there's more there than just the arrangement of potential pastorates. There is the information, the data, the numbers that helped to design some of these proposed models. And that's an important point to remember. These are proposed models. And so nothing has been finalized. Archbishop Zinkula has been very, very clear about all of that he is looking for feedback. So take the time to take the information in. Maybe jot down your questions. Be aware of what emotions are getting stirred up. But take the time. Really, I'm taking the opportunity to record this video because this is a big moment. This is a big moment for our parishes. This is a big moment for the Archdiocese of Dubuque. Maybe this is a very big moment for us personally, because our parishes feel like home. They feel familiar, they feel safe. As human beings, change is difficult. And so it's always going to bring up strong reactions. And so we want to channel our strong reactions, our questions, all in the right direction. And that begins by taking time and inviting Jesus into what it is that we are thinking, what we're feeling, what we're desiring. So be aware of those things. Take a few days and pray. Maybe even if you can, hold off on having conversations with friends or with family so that you can go, what is it that I actually think or feel in response to this? There will be plenty of time for us to give our reactions. In fact, even now on the Journey in Faith website, there is a feedback form that you can go to and write out your feedback. I think that is a wonderful thing to do, and I believe that the Archbishop and the core team for Journey in Faith take very seriously. Just even from the time that the priests first saw the proposed models to recent sharing of them, I could tell that there had been feedback that had been taken, some tweaks that had been made. And Archbishop from the very beginning has been very clear that he wants our feedback, not just the feedback of the priests, but the feedback of you as the people of God. So how is that feedback going to be given? Well, first, be one more opportunity to listen, because like I said, September 2nd will bring a whole lot of information that you're going to be able to look at and sift through. But if you're like me, you need some help putting the information, all of the numbers, everything together. How did we get here? So we'll have lots of opportunities through the month of September to get some of that context given to us. So last weekend, I spoke about these September meetings that are going to be put on by the Archdiocese and Catholic Leadership Institute, who has helped with gathering all of this information. There will be a number of sessions that you'll be able to sign up for, again, on the Journey in Faith website to go to. These September meetings are not open mic kind of sessions. They are time to sit down and have all of the information hopefully put in context, which will mean more time to sort of process and receive all of the information. Then, in the first week of October and the first week of November, we'll have parish meetings. And each of these meetings will have their own purpose, and we'll have those meetings over at St. Wenceslas, starting with a holy hour at 5 o'clock to bring all of our reactions, all of our questions, all of what we want to share to Jesus. And then we'll gather in the Glovic Center, and there'll be a way in which we're able to talk and gather feedback and pass that feedback back to the Archdiocese. So again, meeting in October and a meeting in November. I'll share more information with you in the weeks ahead of how to sign up for those meetings. A few spiritual things to be aware of. I've already said, invite Jesus into what are you thinking, what are you feeling, what are you desiring. But also a few things to just be very aware of that we want to avoid as we look at change. Our response always to change, to fear, is to immediately kind of want to take control. And so we want to resist that. We want to resist the temptation to immediately jump into a place of being defensive. Instead, we want to just be patient. Maybe tempting to go, what are neighboring parishes or what are other pastorates what are they getting? What are we afraid that we're losing? All of those things ultimately have their place to be expressed, but what is most important, especially for this time, is just to receive and to begin opening our heart to the Lord. And then, what is the good? This is a place to allow our mind and our heart to go. This is about having greater vitality in our worship, vitality in our evangelization, and we've seen some of the fruit of this. So many of you have talked about how fruitful our Triduum experience this last year was. That was because we as parishes and as individual language communities came together, pooled our gifts and talents, and let God work through those. That is a glimpse of the beauty that's not just a one-time thing, but what can be unleashed by coming together and letting God work through the communities, gifts and talents, letting ourselves be docile to God's vision. And then when we aren't completely focused on the way things have always been or what's comfortable to us, when God invites us to something new, we become more able to take his word, to take the life that's in the Catholic Church and take it to others and invite them into it as well. There's a lot here to hope for. And so I invite you just to approach September 2nd, all of the information that we're going to receive in that spirit of hope and in that trust in God's goodness, that God never abandons us, and that even when he leads us into new places, it is so that we can continue to receive from his fatherly goodness. So I'm excited to go through these next few months with you. It's been a lot to take in by myself, or even just with the small Journey in Faith team that's been preparing to help serve you as we go through this. Now it's our time to do this together. So let's approach this in a spirit of hope, ready to give good, honest, well thought out feedback, but then also ready to receive what it is that God desires to give to us. Know of my prayers for you. Ask for your prayers, not just for myself and our Journey in Faith team here locally, but for the whole Archdiocese as we enter into this journey in faith together. God bless.